Good morning, Digit fam. Adam Dowd here, and this is what insomnia sounds like. Appropriately, CES registration opened yesterday, so maybe this is just my body training for that week. Whatever the case, we push through and try not to pass out when Tim Cook's engineers talk about secure elements on the new iPhone. It is September 10th, 2019, and this is your Digit Daily. By the way, I'm totally going to pass out when they start talking about secure elements or how eco-friendly Apple is as a company. But then, that's kind of normal for me, sleep or no sleep. So let's talk about ads, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be when you are a monopoly in the ad department. 48 states have begun an antitrust investigation into Google for potential monopolistic behavior focusing on ads. Texas State's Attorney Ken Paxton announced the investigation, and hey, I gotta hand it to them. The states of Texas and Massachusetts found something they can agree on, so go team go. I mean, think about it, 48 states. Google has to be in trouble if the donkeys and the elephants can put aside differences long enough to investigate you. And according to Paxton, game over, man, game over. Well, actually, that's the wrong Paxton, but yeah, it's not pretty. Paxton said, quote, "Right now it's about advertising, but the facts will lead where they lead. And it's a good thing that's not ominous, am I right?" So how much is at stake here? Well, as much as we might associate Google with search or emails or maps or Android or literally anything else, 84% of Google's revenue comes from ads. That's honestly not very diversified, so this is a very big deal in the world of the Goog. So how bad is it? Well, it's pretty bad. It's so bad that Basecamp, which is a project management tool for teams, has to advertise itself just to show up in the top 4 search results when people search for Basecamp. Why do they have to do that? Because competitors buy ads where Basecamp is a keyword, and Google displays those results before the actual search results, and suddenly you are questioning everything you have ever searched for. That's kind of how bad things have gotten. Basecamp CEO Jason Fried told CNBC, quote, "They own that platform. They can essentially weaponize it and sell your trademarked brands against you. It does feel like it ties into antitrust issues, because if you can't even use your own name as a keyword, what can you do?" And it's at this point that I should mention that the 2 states who are not participating are California and Alabama. The former because it's where Google is based and probably wants to keep making that sweet, sweet lobbying money, and the latter presumably because it's too busy recovering from that hurricane. So, do we think that Google needs to be broken up like my dreams of a good night's sleep last night at 1 o'clock in the morning? There's a compelling case to be made, and again, if New York and Montana are on the same page against you f***ed up somewhere. But for now, let's head into the roundup! In light of iOS 13's and Android 10's features that allow you to tell GasBuddy to go f*** itself with your location data, Facebook posted a blog post begging people not to tell it to go f*** itself with their location data. Facebook, go f*** yourself. And speaking of antitrust, the New York Times has a must-read article about how Apple is using its monopoly in the Apple App Store to put Apple apps ahead of literally everyone else always. And it's not even being subtle about it. In May 2018, if you searched for the word podcasts in the App Store, the first result you got was for Apple Podcasts. Then Compass, which is Apple's appropriately titled Compass app. It's literally just a compass that tells you which direction you're heading. Then 14 other Apple apps. Then, maybe, you'd get another podcast app. So yeah, Apple, that's definitely the wrong direction. Google has confirmed the existence of its app subscription service called Google Play Pass. It's coming soon, and we're sure the announcement has nothing to do with the Apple event today that's going to mention Apple Arcade. Whew, that's a load off. And another streaming service joins the already crowded industry, this time in the form of BET+. BET, or Black Entertainment Television, is launching BET Plus starting on September 19th for $10 per month. They say variety is the spice of life, and boy are cord cutters spicy these days. Welcome aboard, BET. Hope you like to snuggle. On September 20th, hundreds of Amazon workers are threatening to strike against the company because of its inaction when it comes to climate change. According to an internal letter, around 900 employees have pledged to walk out if Amazon doesn't stop working with oil and gas companies, providing political contributions to climate change deniers, and if it doesn't publish a policy pledging to get carbon emissions down to zero by 2030. In related news, about 900 job openings will be published on September 21st at Amazon, so get those resumes ready. And finally, a blind man who is the CEO of a company called WeWalk has developed a walking cane that uses Google Maps and ultrasonic sensors to help visually impaired folks navigate the world. The Bluetooth-enabled walking stick connects to a user's smartphone and not only provides data on places around them, but also uses sensors to detect obstructions like low-hanging objects and obstacles above chest level. It also allows a user to keep their smartphone in their pocket while still pulling up information they might need by using a touchpad on the handle. It's a brilliant invention, summed up nicely by the CEO of the company, who said, quote, "In these days we are talking about flying cars, but these people have been using just a plain stick." Well said, sir, and well played. The walking stick goes for about $500, which honestly I can't imagine being visually impaired all the time, but that just doesn't seem to be a lot of money for what this device can do. So that's going to do it for today's Digit Daily. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter on Digit.com. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and don't forget to tell your friends about DigitDailyPod.com. Once again, I'm Adam Dowd, Dead Technology on Twitter, and we'll talk again tomorrow.